did what I did. You make it seem like I was a bum. I'm in the effing Hall of Fame.
Okay,
I got 3 Super Bowls.
So what?
So what?
He's way better than you were.
I'm better than you.
Better.
Yeah, what? I got to see what you do. Take a personal shot at me.
I didn't take a personal shot at you.
Wait a minute.
Put your glasses back on.
Welcome to the Dark Times channel. And before I go ahead and get started, make sure you guys hit that like button for me. And if you're not new to the channel and you enjoy the content so far on this channel, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me as well. And so Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe recently had a chance to sit down and chop it up and discuss the incident that took place last year between Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe.
You and Skip getting into it about Tom Brady. Take a look at this as a fresh reminder.
You have no objectivity. It's just straight Brady hate. Wait a minute. This is just straight hate by a guy who's jealous that he is still playing at a high level at 45 when you had to stop at 35.
Skip, that's what you do.
That's the point.
That's what you do. Every time I call something into question, I'm jealous.
No.
Skip, I did what I did.
I never said you were jealous of Baker Mayfield.
Skip, I did what I did. You make it seem like I was a bum. I'm in the effing Hall of Fame.
Okay,
I got 3 Super Bowls.
So what?
So what?
He's way better than you were.
I'm better than you.
Better.
Skip, what? I got to see what you do. You take personal shots.
No, I don't take personal shots. You started it.
Time out. You would take a personal shot at me.
I didn't take a personal shot at you.
Wait a minute.
What are you talking about?
You would take a personal.
Put your glasses back on.
When I saw that video, I said, I don't have to know him. I know Skip. That relationship is in a world of trouble.
I knew once Skip said that there was no coming back from that. Sometimes there's things that you do and there's things that you say in this life, especially when you're talking to another man, that there's no coming back from. You can say it, but that may very well be the end of that relationship, or at least as you know it. One of the things that did surprise me in this conversation between Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe was how close Shannon Sharpe actually came to Stan. How close he actually came to trying to work things out between he and Skip Bayless. And after seeing this replay with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe, I think that probably had to be one of the worst or one of the most disrespectful moments in television history.
It hurts more when someone that you know, someone that you trust, someone that you think are a friend would betray you or say something to you to that effect. When people say things outside, if I don't know you, I don't care. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But for him to take that shot to say I was jealous of Brady, jealous of what? That was, in all of my TV career, that probably was I remember going home, calling my sister. I called my brother. My homeboy has everybody had told him, and he had raced home that he'd watch it. It took a lot. It took a lot for me not to put my hands on him. It actually did.
Shout out to Shannon Sharpe for keeping his cool. I know a lot of people at the time said he should have done this, or he should have done that, or he should have said this, or he should have said that. And oftentimes the best thing to do in those situations, especially when you're caught off guard. And the fact that he was caught off guard actually is something I want to touch on too. He shouldn't have been caught off guard because, like he said, this was something that was building up. This is something that was leading up. This wasn't the first disrespectful thing that he said on camera. And I'm sure it wasn't the first disrespectful thing that he said off camera. But he caught him slipping. He caught Shannon Sharpe slipping. You can tell he was caught off guard. Everybody was caught off guard. And that's the trick. Never let your guard down. Protect yourself at all times, especially on the job. Because if you don't, you'll have a moment like this where somebody catches you off guard and all of a sudden you're emotional. You're emotional because you never thought an individual that you worked with, a friend, a coworker, or whatever the case may be, would talk to you in such a manner. And that leads to egos being hurt and causing an individual to get emotional. But like Shannon Sharpe did, the best thing that he could have did and the best way that he could have handled it is the way that he did. He bit his tongue. He collected himself. You know, Shannon likes to sip and smoke. So he said, let me go back home, give me some of that yak, or whatever the case may be, collect myself, and see what my next move is.
Really did.
You said in the split moment you had to make a decision. What was
I had to
the
make a
decision?
decision.
I'm saying the split. I'm saying to crystallize in that moment, the split decision was what? What you did, or What were you thinking about doing?
What
In
I
other words,
didn't do.
What are you talking about what you didn't do? What do you mean by that?
Shannon Sharpe wanted to put those big old NFL tight end hands around Skip Bayless's neck. Oh, man. And I bet for a hot second he thought about it. He took them glasses off. And Skip Bayless, I'll say this. Skip Bayless has got some balls on him. The nerve to tell Shannon Sharpe to put his glasses back on. That's how brave they feel when they got that camera on them. And they're in that studio. That's how emboldened they feel. And they feel like they can talk to you any kind of way. Skip Bayless actually held back a little bit. Skip Bayless actually caught himself. Because what Skip Bayless was about to say was put your mother effing glasses back on.
You shot at me.
I didn't say you.
Wait a minute.
Put your glasses back on.
And so you can tell this is a long build-up. And Shannon Sharpe let a lot of little stuff go that he probably shouldn't have let go. And he messed up by chiming in on Skip Bayless's idol. Skip Bayless has a infatuation, damn near homoerotic infatuation with Tom Brady. He should have just let it be. Because when you're around Skip Bayless and somebody like that, you can't say nothing. You can't say nothing about Tom Brady. Tom Brady can do no wrong. He could have had a bad game or a bad day. Not in Skip Bayless's eyes. And so that's where he messed up. That's where he messed up. But it is interesting how anybody else would want to go on a show with Skip Bayless after seeing what this man did, after seeing what he's capable of, after seeing the level of disrespect that he'll go to with one of your former colleagues, with one of your former NFL colleagues. That is interesting. It just goes to show you money talks. Money talks. And I think that's going to be a wrap for this particular video. I just wanted to take a second to chime in because I thought it was a good, interesting conversation. I'm going to post a link to the video below and definitely go ahead and check that out. They had a lot of interesting things to say, more than what I was able to show in these few clips that I did. And so definitely go ahead and check that out if you get a chance, and make sure you guys hit the like button on your way out. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you go ahead and do that as well. And as usual, peace and chaos.